been a few twists and turns, and maybe none more notable than Jeremy Cameron kicking 11 goals. 11, it's heaven, as Martin Tyler would say if he was in the commentary box, Kate. But he was just everywhere and kicking them in all sorts of ways tonight at Marvel Stadium.
Well, it was a heaven if you are a Cats supporter, maybe not so much if you are a North Melbourne supporter, but he was doing whatever he wanted at Marvel Stadium. Obviously, celebrating 25 years of Marvel Stadium. We thought we might see a new record, but just couldn't quite eclipse Mark Lacroix's 12 goals in 2010. But Jezza, he was everywhere. He kicked 11. They were looking for him, yes, but he still had to finish in front of the big sticks, and that's exactly what he did. And he has pretty much got two hands on the Coleman now. He has an unassailable lead. He will be celebrating yet another Coleman and had a very nice performance tonight.
And just amazing the different ways that Jeremy Cameron kicks these goals as well. You know, we say that he was a bit of a bear in the square in the end. They were kicking it long to him, but he gets them on the run. He takes big marks. He's just been an incredible player and could be a player, we think, that might hit that elusive three-figure mark if all things go his way.
Yeah, well, let's have a look. So at the conclusion, or at this stage, he's kicked the 69 goals with his 11 tonight.
Yep.
Now, they played Port Adelaide earlier this year. He kicked 7. Against Essendon, he kicked 6, and that was when they had most of their key stocks still in the team at Essendon. Yep. They're yet to play Sydney.
No Reed,
and
no
against
McCarthy.
Richmond, he kicked 4 as well. I think he's every chance, especially, obviously, we're going to include finals in this. If he gets to finals, they're going to, at least you would think, with their draw on the way home, looking at that, they'll make it into a top 4 position.
Yes.
So he'll play 2 finals at least. Geez, it would be good for the game if he could kick 100 goals,
Starting
would it
to
not?
look likely. Imagine a Friday, Saturday, Thursday night, big game in a final, and 80,000, 90,000 people stream onto an MCG.
Would they allow it? Would they allow them to storm the stadium if we finally saw 100? Surely.
Well, we remember that Gil McLaughlin photo. He had the thumbs up. He didn't really mind. Andrew Dillon, the ball is in your court. Let's go to one of those goals, in particular the 10th one. And it's sort of emblematic of the effort that the Roos, I guess, were putting in and how this ended up happening through the night.
Yeah, so this is less than a minute into the fourth quarter, and just have a look at the defensive transition here from the Kangaroos. So look at the blue jumpers that are still on the far side of the ground, a lot still inside their forward 50 as well, and the ease at which the Geelong Football Club is moving this football. Who do you think the target inside forward 50 might be? Maybe the man that's kicked 9 goals up until this point. But with all seriousness, this is the first 100-point margin, 100-plus point margin we have seen all year. And for me, this is the worst performance of the year from North Melbourne. It was lacklustre. There was no defensive pressure. I understand that there is a huge gap in experience in these two teams, but what they rolled out was really disappointing. And I think you'd be very disappointed if you're a North Melbourne fan, because you thought your club was probably past this point, and it was overall just a really disappointing evening for North Melbourne.
Where next for this North Melbourne side? I mean, we're deep into Clarko's third season at the helm. They were 17th first year, 17th second year, looking at 17th again. 3 wins, 4 wins to this stage in the season. Is it ever going to turn for them?
I just thought you'd see more defensive progress than what we've seen. Obviously, that clip that we just showed, the lack of effort, the lack of transition, it's really concerning, because usually that's the first thing that Clarko comes in and implements. And the fact that they've been beaten by over 100 points this evening in round 20 in his third year under Alistair Clarkson, I think they'd be pretty disappointed with how they've progressed in that part of the ground defensively.
Well, it was a career night for Jeremy Cameron, 11 goals. His previous best was 9. Also a career night a bit further up the ground for Bailey Smith. 43 touches, a career high, and he just had the 23 and the 26 in the last 2 weeks, so he's a bit quieter, but he roared back under the roof.
Yeah, also had the 13 clearances and the 1 fan interaction here, so getting a bit of feedback from a North Melbourne fan. Having a little bit of an interaction with him. You can't keep him out of the headlines, can you, Bailey Smith? That's the way he plays his football. He's an antagonist, whether it's the opposition, whether it's the fans. He loves getting under the skin of the others that he is playing against, but it's what we've come to expect from him, isn't it?
Don't you love the fan interacting with the security guard? I was just blowing him a few kisses. There's nothing wrong with that. Oh, well, that was fantastic for Bailey Smith.